Hey my lovely YouTubers, it's me, Morgan Tracy J, coming today to talk to you guys about something that I am very passionate about, which is celibacy or abstinence. I've been celibate for the last 2 years, and are coming up on 2 years. Okay, September makes 2 years. And I'm honestly just very excited about being this far in this thing. I honestly could have never imagined years ago saying I was going to be celibate later. Like, I don't know. I also was living a different lifestyle, and so there's just certain lifestyles come with certain things. But today's video is why being celibate or abstinent is sexy. Now, why I keep saying celibate or abstinent, because celibate is where you just say you're not going to have sex for the rest of your life. Abstinence is where you're just withstanding until you get married. And so I pray one day I do get married, but if I don't, then okay. But right now I'm celibate because I just don't know if I'm ever going to get married. But with that being said, maybe I will turn into abstinence if I get to relationship and, you know, eventually like stuff like that. But anyways, besides all that little detail, let's get into the video. So why is being abstinent or celibate sexy? It is kind of very amazing, and I wish I would have done this journey years ago, because honestly I did not wait until marriage. I didn't do it right at all, honestly. And so, honestly, when you go out there and you get into relationships and you have sex and things of that nature, you get all their issues and they get all your issues, and you got all y'all issues together, and it's crowded by this lustful thing. And when you operate in abstinence or celibacy, you get rid of all that extra fluff, all that lustful temptation, and no, it doesn't become infatuation. You can see the person for who they truly are, and that's what I love about being celibate. It doesn't allow me to start to think with the wrong areas of my body, but to truly sit down and say, now Morgan, is this person truly beneficial to your future endeavors? Can they truly benefit your walk in God? Are they shining in the light of God in your life, or are they shining in dark? Are they allowing you to compromise your morals, or are they making you say, no, you're going to stand firm on what you believe? What are these people doing for you? And why I believe that abstinence/celibacy is so sexy and just amazingly bomb is because it allows you to see your worth. It allows you to not just allow any man to come and talk to you. It allows you to awaken your spirit to be like, hey, I'm a little bit of some royalty here. Like, I am the prize. So it allows you to see that some of these things just can't fly anymore. I know I'm not going to come over and watch Netflix and chill with you. No, I don't need you to come into my bedroom. No. This is not that type of thing anymore, because I know my worth. And God says that there's a man out there that's willing to go above and beyond for me. That there's a man out there that already knows me from my spirit, and he knows the things to not poke me at because he knows it's my weaknesses. Okay, so that's what I want to tell you guys is I honestly believe that celibacy is so beautiful and obviously sexy because it's something mysterious about you when you're a woman who knows your worth. Certain men won't even approach you because they already sense that there is something about you. Certain men won't say those crazy things. Certain men, you know, there are those crazy ones, but a lot of people won't come to you the way that men in the past did, because be careful, you attract what you are. And so I remember in the past I would get all these crazy men, but that's what I was. I was a crazy girl. I was a party girl. So I was getting, you know, pursued by a lot of those type of men. And so that's what I want to tell you is when you know your worth and you start to operate, and honestly, I believe that celibacy and abstinence is truly knowing your worth. It's no longer settling for less. It's no longer settling that, well, one day we're going to get married, so it's okay that we do it right now. It's no longer settling that, well, eventually I'm going to be his wife, so why does it matter that I have sex with him right now? No. Because your worth tells you that you are worth way more than your body. You are worth way more than your beauty. You're worth way more than the eyelashes you got on or something. Like, you are worth way more than those things. And so you have to understand that when you know your worthiness, you walk in it, you face it, you address it. When someone comes at you and he says he wants to stay the night with you or he wants to do certain things, you look at him like he crazy. Like, who you talking to? What? I'm sorry, I'm a worthy woman, and to me, and honestly, God told me that this is not right until marriage. And so you want to marry me and we want to talk about that, then okay, but right now, no, honey, that is not what's going down over here. And that's when you know your worth, because you're no longer willing to settle or compromise to make that person feel some type of way. You're no longer willing to settle or compromise to make yourself feel like more loved, okay? Because honestly, this walk of celibacy is not easy. There's going to be times that you feel like a failure. There's going to be times where you you feel like, what if I should just, because it's going to make you feel like you doing too much. I don't know how many times someone has told me, girl, you doing too much. Okay. Honestly, I got to do too much because this is the only temple that I will ever have on this earth right now. This is the only temple, and this is the temple of the Lord. And so if I am perverted and I'm focused on the wrong things in this temple, then guess what? My entire temple is ruined. That's what it says, like, what be a man if his arm offends him? Cut his arm off. Literally, if one part of my body is perverted, everything is perverted. And so I'm trying to tell you is, people tell me I'm doing too much. You know, you don't got to do all that, blah, 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 to be in God. Yes, you do. God is going to call you higher and higher. And when I walked into my celibacy journey, I didn't realize everything that was gonna come in this journey. And you know, there were tests, there were trials, there were moments where I felt like I was going to fail. But honestly, it's through the grace of God that I'm still sitting here celibate. But also, it's through the wisdom of God that He told me, sweetie, you got to know your worth, because people out here can see your worth sometimes more than you can. Okay, let's be real. You got to be able to acknowledge your worth and know that you are a daughter of God. That no, you don't have to settle for less. No, you don't have to compromise. No, you don't have to go out and do certain things to make that man happy. It's about you and your walk with God. Make sure God is number one in your life, because you got to be careful. And I'm speaking from experience here. You got to be careful to not allow that man, that relationship, that future idea of a man to become your idol. Because God says we worship idols, right? And that's just other gods in our life that can control us and give us different type of emotions and all this stuff. So be careful that you don't walk into that path of worshiping a man, because he will become an idol. And God says He will cast down every idol. He will pull down. And so be careful. Trust me, I went through where I idolized men almost majority of my life, to where men were just everything to me. And I had to have a man looking at me. I had to be beautiful to a man. I had to be like this towards a man. Man had to want me. I had all that perverse thinking going on. And so that made sense why I couldn't truly walk in celibacy. I didn't know my worth. I thought my worth was tied to a man, when my worth the whole time was tied to God. And that's what I want to tell you is, celibacy, this journey is so sexy. It's so beautiful. Because when you start to talk about this thing, people look at you different. People say, whoa, really? People come and approach you different. Men can't say those same little pickup lines that they said to old girl up the street. They got to approach you at another level. Some of them don't even approach you because they don't even know how to approach you. Let's be real. And so why I think it's so bomb is because it not only allows you to know your worth, but it allows other people to see your worth too. So it's more of girl, you know you got it. Girl, you know you good. It's not about your beauty, but it's about your worthiness, and knows who you are and whose you are, which is God. You know that you're God's daughter. You know that that Spirit lives within you. You know you are the temple of the Lord. You know you walk in favor and anointing. You know that you can overcome the tests and trials of the enemy. You know these things, right? And so when you know that, you walk in your worthiness. You know you have some courage in you. You know you have some inner strength in you. You know you came up from that crazy background and upbringing. You know that God has been working in you. You have a strong faith and foundation in God that, hey, I know I am worthy, so I will not settle for anything less than what God has revealed to me and what God has said to me. Okay? So I'm not telling you to not ever get a relationship. I'm not saying that. But what I'm telling you to do is, when you take on this journey of abstinence and celibacy, girl, you gonna feel like a crazy, beautiful woman. Everything about you, you're gonna fall in love with, because you're no longer trying to get gratification and applauses from other people. You're only trying to get that applause from God. You're only wanting Him to say, good job, my good and faithful servant. Good job, Morgan, today. I know you was tempted. I know he was trying you, but good job. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for the applause of men. And so that's what I want to tell you guys today. This celibacy/abstinence journey is sexy. It is bomb. It is beautiful. It is everything that I could have ever imagined. And there are going to be tests. There's going to be trials. But sweetie, you're going to learn your worth, and you're going to learn the God that you serve. And there is nothing more better than knowing who you are and whose you are. Okay? So anyways, guys, I hope you got blessed by this video. You know, I'm crazy about this talk about celibacy. Y'all know how much I love it. So be sure to like and also subscribe. And after you subscribe, go and follow me on all my social media sites. And I will see you in the next video. Comment down below, what do you think about, what is the celibacy journey to you? Even if you've never took it, what are your views on it? What is the stigma out there, you know, on celibacy and on being absent? What is that all about? Let your girl know. Love you. I love you.